Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and peace be with you. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. As you can see, I'm too busy to be making videos, so I'm trying to, in order to keep this channel alive, I'm trying to come on live. Welcome. Not a lot of people watching, but it's okay. It will come, it will happen. I know it will. Thank you so much for joining me. I want to talk about something very interesting today, and that is obviously every topic that I want to talk about is very important to me. But I think this one is also very, very important to you, and it's regarding virginity. I have been seeing that a lot of brothers are obsessing over women's virginity. Now you would think that Muslim women are the only ones that are required to stay virgin till they get married. I mean, you don't hear much about brothers. I mean, everything that is required of women is required of men. So few days ago, somebody sent me this video. This is Ali Da'wa's new channel. I mean, not new channel, but a new show, Truth something. I forgot the name, but anyway, I don't watch much of Ali Da'wa. I wish the brother the best, but I feel like he tries very hard to be sincere, and it hardly comes across. I don't know why. Subhanallah. Anyway. This seems like a very interesting program, and I think having debates and talking things over is very, very important in any community. And I think Muslims, especially Muslim women, have been silenced for so long. And every now and then when we speak, we usually sort of like keep it to ourselves or amongst us. So it's nice to have a conversation with our brothers. Now, obviously, it's very important for a Muslim men and women to stay pure and to keep their, guide their private, and. But this is the 21st century. Things happen. A lot of Muslims live in the West. Young people are exposed to different cultures and different people. And even if it's not the non-Muslims, it's not always the non-Muslims that are taking these Muslim girls' virginity. It's often Muslim men. Muslim men. A few days ago, I got this video. Let me see. Oh, it's a few days ago, I got this video of this Somali girl and a young woman. She looks like she's in her mid-20s, and she was complaining about. This was on TikTok. She was complaining about how every man she has, a relationship with. The one thing that breaks them up is always sex, because the men want to have sex before marriage. And she refuses to have anything to do with someone like that. And the brother she was talking to was saying, well, maybe you shouldn't, dismiss them, so fast. You should talk to them about it. And, maybe if you give them a chance and remind them. Why do I have to remind them? Why is it our job to remind our brothers about their deen and what's required of them? Why do we have to be the ones carrying everything? I have sisters, and I talked about this before. I have sisters, older, mature sisters, who are divorcees, looking for husbands. They go to this online Muslim apps, and they're all complaining about Muslim brothers sending their genitalias to them. Okay? one of the first conversations that they have is like, you know, about sex and about positions and about and oftentimes these sisters just they block these men. But it's like, you go to these sites because you're looking for a halal relationship. You are coming to these apps because you think these brothers will, you don't have to explain anything to them, that you're on the same page. So who's taking the virginity of these Muslim sisters? These brothers, the argument was, especially with Ali Dawah, men care about women's virginity. It is the most important thing to us. Therefore, it's always about the woman's past we care about. While women care about men's past. Those were his words. Women care about the man's future, but men care about women's past. Why? Why? I mean, that's a very good question. Why can't we? I mean, I don't know about the future, women caring so much about the man's future. I guess if you, yeah, maybe if you know, if you're young or older or old, it doesn't matter. But, you know, a man who can be a provider and protector, yes, obviously. But I think we care about more about the man he is today more than anything else. Nobody cares about what he did in the past. We care about the man he is today. Is he a kind, decent man who is practicing and who is a provider and protector, someone with integrity and compassion? Those are the things that are important to us. And it's the same thing that should be important to men as well. But it seems like you hear this word body count. I despise that word. It's so disgusting. Who is taking the virginity of these girls to begin with? Some are being abused at home by relatives or close family members. Some are, you know, having relationships and they are seduced by men with the false promises of, you know, marriage. We'll get married. I want to marry you, this, that, and the other. The question this young Somali woman was asking the other day was, is this normal? Are men and women in our community sleeping together, having premarital sex? You know? And that's a very good question. So I feel like, first of all, I think nobody should care about somebody's past. We should all care about the presence, you know, the present, not the presence, but the present, you know, somebody's presence. You know, who is this person now, today? Not what they used to be. The future, only Allah knows what the future holds. But chances are, if a person is a good, decent, kind human being, who's got a, you know, who is practicing and has a good head on their shoulder and who has, you know, connection to the Almighty, chances are this person will have, you know, will have a good future together. But if the person, so I don't care about, we shouldn't care about the person's past. And women are not angels. You know, the other day I saw a tweet by someone, and it said, this young woman said, she's only 23 years old. She said, when I see the state of the ummah and how men are treating women nowadays, and how the pressure on women staying perfect, she said, I feel like I just can't have a future with someone from my people, you know, from my faith. And obviously, I don't want to go outside of my faith. So I am left with, you know, just state of depression. And you hear all sorts of things, like, we don't care about women's education. We don't care about, her status. We only care about her virginity. You're only reduced to your virginity. Girls are reduced to their virginity. Subhanallah, it's so haram. And you know what? It's not even women girls are reduced to their virginity. I think this is even divorcees. It's women who have been married before. They're looked down in our community. I saw a video on TikTok of this young, beautiful, 32 years old, single mom of 2 girls, and she was crying. She was sobbing. She was talking about how, she doesn't think she'll ever get married again because she's a divorcee now. And there's such a stigma. I think she was a Middle Eastern. There's such a stigma in our community. The way men treat women who has been married before. She's so young. She said, my ex, it didn't even take him 6 months before he got married to a younger, beautiful girl. So I honestly feel like this debate was very, very important, and the women were holding their own, and they were not, they were stating the fact that women are not just waiting around any man that comes and knocks at their door. That we have standards as well, and we're not desperate. And these men are forgetting that, if the dunya is very short, our brothers are behaving as if everything's here today, that this is paradise. They want to have their paradise in dunya. And if these men are such a religious figures or people, then they would follow the sunnah. The Prophet married 11 women, and only Aisha, radiallahu ta'ala anha, khayru khalqillah, sallallahu alayhi wasallam, only married 1 virgin. All the other 10 women were divorcees. And just holding just the amount of pressure and reducing us to an object. I find it to be really disheartening, especially for young people. I mean, I know a lot of older sisters who have just given up because they just don't think they can find a decent man in their community, someone who will respect them and honor them and, treat them with dignity. And this is not just someone from their immediate community. It's not like they're talking about just people in their immediate communities, but in the Muslim community in general, because they go to apps and they really actively look for marriage material, brothers. So how do we expect? How do we expect sisters to just, there will be sisters who will go out of their way to marry outside of the faith. Yasser Qarni was talking about the other day this beautiful young woman who came to her family and said that she has a man that she's going to marry, and he's not even Muslim, he's atheist. He's not even from the people of the book. He's an atheist, but she said he's a wonderful man. He loves me. He cares about me. He's the only one I can have anything with, and I'm going to marry him, because, and this is Texas, where you have the largest Muslim population in the U.S. or in North America in general. And her family was just shocked. And she didn't even give them any choice. She said, this is what's going to happen. It's going to happen. It matters, not to me what you think. So I'm just letting you know. And so, these things are going to happen because a lot of our young men even are becoming very, very rigid towards young women. So it's like this catch 22, you know. On the one hand, the men who are taking these young girls' virginity happen to be our brothers, and the men who are pressuring them can be often the same brothers. You know, if men were practicing and they were, you know, lowering their gaze and they were just following the sunnah, then sisters wouldn't be having these issues at all. So I don't know. It's what do you think? I just think it's a scary time for women in general, but I don't like it. I don't like how young women are being reduced to just being an object of just someone who is just, you know, your value is tied down to your virginity and your childbearing age, and that's all you're good at, nothing else. I think this can drive a lot of young sisters out of their religion. I'm gonna read a few comments and then I'm gonna keep the video short and I'm gonna go. I miss I miss one of my Somali folks. Let me see if anybody. Okay, I agree with this point you made, Fatia. Okay, well, thank you so much. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it at that. I would like to thank. I would like to thank you, and I'm just, you know, please share your thoughts and what you think about this. And I thank you so much. Till next time. Talk to you soon. Take care.